Welcome to this introduction to the Learning Culture short course, Teaching Inquiry Skills for Deep Learning. I'm Denise Frater and I will tell you about the course and the content of the 4 sessions we have put together. Our short courses are designed to give sufficient learning for a 2-hour twilight session or maybe part of an inset day. So to start with, let's look at what this course is about. Active learning as opposed to passive learning will give pupils many opportunities to allow their learning to enter and remain in the long-term memory. Where pupils are asked to find their own solutions to problems that exist as part of their learning, they are more likely to own the results and feel a part of the learning process. Problem solving in the classroom is a pupil-centered approach that encourages the pupil to use critical thinking, reasoning and creativity to address challenges. It focuses on developing pupils' ability to identify problems, explore solutions, and apply their knowledge in different situations. Teachers need to have the skills to ensure pupils can find their own solutions through more pupil-centered learning opportunities, such as those where the teacher asks an open-ended question and pupils are left to find out the answer for themselves. All of us as teachers want pupils to be curious and independent in their approach to learning. This course supports teachers to think critically about their teaching and how they can move away from a didactic and teacher-led model where pupils are simply the recipients of the knowledge given to them, to becoming increasingly able to find answers to problems that are the bedrock of deeper learning. The use of open questioning allows the teacher to challenge pupils to think for themselves and begin to question and probe for deeper meaning. We look at the art of deep questioning in the context of creating the culture where pupils are expected to use inquiry as an integral part of their learning. Learning how to use deep and incisive questioning is a powerful pedagogy and is the skill that is most prized by coaches. We look at how pupils find relevant information and then present it in a relevant format. I'm going to talk about the agenda for our short course, Teaching Inquiry Skills for Deep Learning, where there are 4 sessions. I'm just going to go through each of the 4 sessions with you. So we start by focusing on the important elements of inquiry, which are to be able to identify and begin to plan how to solve a problem. In terms of independent inquiry, we want pupils to be able to take on a problem and work out how they might find the solution through finding out for themselves by sifting and selecting relevant and useful information that will inform their answer to the problem they've been asked to solve. I've come up with a few ideas here. Who were the Tudors and how long did they reign for? What are 5 notable facts that are significant linked to the Tudor monarchs? What is a black hole and how do we know they exist? How can we find out how steep our forthcoming sponsored walk will be over the terrain chosen for us? What can we do differently to ensure that the cake mix rises more than last time? How can we find out more about the princes in the tower to inform our own ideas about the truth of it all? How can we find really innovative ways to present our findings? We look at the role of the teacher in developing the skills pupils need to have to be inquirers and problem solvers. And we look at ways teachers can support without doing all the work. We also look at the role of scaffolding in ensuring pupils can have support and slowly move to more independent forms of learning. We look in session 2 at the skills pupils need in order to become problem solvers and solutions finders. We firstly need to create a need to know so that pupils have the motivation and desire to find a solution. They need to understand and make sense of the inquiry. They need to have the skills to use data and information wisely, accurately, and with prudence. They also need to be able to reflect on the success or otherwise of their endeavours. There is an art to allowing pupils to work independently of the teacher to solve their own problems and use inquiry rather than simply listening to the teacher and answering questions out of a textbook. The teacher has to have the skills to question and probe for answers where pupils need to go deeper. The teacher needs to have the confidence to let go of the teaching and allow the learning to flow through the inquiry. There needs to be a plethora of resources pupils can use to support their inquiry, both physical and electronic. And they need to learn how to debate, discuss, sift and select relevant information that will help them to solve their problem. There's also an imperative to ensure that the task and the resources are sufficiently differentiated so that all pupils are able to contribute to the process. In the fourth session, we look at how pupils need to learn how to order and present information so that it answers the questions, solves the problems, and leads to deeper learning. As with all our short courses, this one complements others, and we welcome the opportunity to offer a range of short courses that will enhance your professional learning. This course will provide a wealth of learning for all those with a pupil-facing role in any school setting. It costs £175 plus VAT for unlimited use over 12 months. It can be shared as CPD for all teaching staff and their support teams, or it could be used for an individual or small group of teachers. In the spirit of positive planning, we've included a detailed plan that a facilitator can use to set up the programme and deliver the course to teams or to the whole school. There are 4 sessions that make up a 2-hour training session, or longer if you want to give more time for your staff, your teachers, your teams to really delve into the resources and work together over a longer period of time. But it can be either or. The platform we use is accessible, and all the videos, materials and resources can be downloaded to be used again and again. I am Glynis and I have designed and written this course. I've recently had my 2nd curriculum book published and now have 2 books that link my own expertise in curriculum design and powerful CPD together. Here's how you can buy the course, or call me if you want to talk further, or call someone at Learning Cultures who can help you if you're looking for anything else or you just want to talk in more detail about this particular course. You can use our contact us page, of which there is a link here that goes straight to our website. You can call me by telephone on 0797 475 4241. You can email me at glynis@learningcultures.org, or you can email Learning Cultures at info@learningcultures.org. We look forward very much to the opportunity to work with you. Thank you.